JIMIN saw the video and said what? BTS members' reaction to Jungkook's Calvin Klein ad goes viral. Face screaming in fear speech balloon. It started as a typical day in the fandom. That familiar rhythm of scrolling, sharing, and gasping over Jungkook's latest Calvin Klein campaign. But within hours, what began as a brand promotion turned into a global viral moment that sent ARMY into a frenzy. Because somewhere between Jungkook's smoldering Calvin Klein gaze and the internet collectively losing its mind, JIMIN saw the video, and his reaction changed everything. The moment was subtle, unscripted, and absolutely chaotic in the best possible way. JIMIN, who is currently completing his final phase of military service alongside his bandmates, apparently came across Jungkook's new Calvin Klein campaign, a video that captured the BTS magne walking through New York City in a black and white cinematic sequence, every frame dripping with intensity. Within minutes of its release, it was trending across multiple platforms. #Jungkook Calvin Klein, #Jungkook body goals, and perhaps most tellingly, #JiminSaw. It all began when a brief clip surfaced from a private military off-duty chat broadcast, where soldiers were discussing the campaign that had just dropped. JIMIN, relaxed yet alert, was asked if he had seen Jungkook's new advertisement. His answer was both classic JIMIN, polite, teasing, and utterly devastating to fans' composure. "Of course I saw it. Who hasn't? I almost dropped my phone," he said with a mischievous grin, his tone half admiration, half disbelief. That kid, he really went for it this time. The clip was only a few seconds long, but that was all the internet needed. Within hours, fan accounts began replaying, slowing, and looping JIMIN's tone, analyzing every micro-expression, every flicker in his smile. Was he joking? Proud? Embarrassed? Flustered? Fans couldn't decide, and that only made it more viral. He said it like an older brother caught off guard. One user tweeted, "He's so real for that reaction," another wrote. Others, more daring, commented, "The way he said that kid sounds suspiciously like someone who saw more than once." The incident quickly snowballed beyond fan circles. Entertainment media picked up on the interaction, describing it as the most human moment of the year. Outlets from Seoul to Los Angeles began dissecting what this moment reveals about BTS's enduring camaraderie, a friendship that continues to thrive even as all members serve their mandatory military duties. It's easy to forget that BTS has been on official hiatus since their full enlistment, yet moments like this remind the world that their presence never really faded. Jungkook's Calvin Klein campaign, his global ambassadorship since 2023, has kept his image firmly in the spotlight. The latest video, shot against the gritty allure of New York City with the Chemical Brothers beat pulsating beneath, reinforced Jungkook's duality. The soft-spoken singer turned global icon, embodying confidence, sensuality, and artistic evolution. And then comes JIMIN, the eternal performer, whose reaction bridges the gap between admiration and playful chaos. His words triggered a wave of laughter and speculation alike. Some fans joked that JIMIN was reliving trauma from the last time Jungkook broke the internet with Calvin Klein, while others imagined their reunion being filled with teasing banter. "I can already hear him saying, 'So this is what you've been doing while I've been eating military rations,'" wrote one fan under a viral TikTok. But beneath the humor lies something deeper, a reminder of the brotherhood that defines BTS. Their dynamic has always been a mix of sincerity and playful rivalry. JIMIN's effortless blend of awe and exasperation perfectly captures what fans have loved about their friendship for years: the unspoken understanding, the shared history, the quiet pride they hold for each other's achievements. Even as the group's schedules remain paused due to enlistment, their names refuse to leave headlines. Jungkook's ranking at number 4 in the top 100 most handsome faces of K-pop 2025 solidifies his reign as one of the industry's most magnetic figures. BTS continues to dominate global charts, even during their military hiatus, a phenomenon few could predict, yet none can deny. And right below Jungkook, the list introduced a new name that's shaking the industry: JL of AHOF, who debuted in July 2025 with the EP Who We Are, selling 369,850 copies in its first week and securing the number 3 position. The comparisons are inevitable. While rookie idols like AH rise with impressive numbers, BTS's presence looms larger than ever, a reminder that their cultural influence transcends statistics. The revision of South Korea's Military Service Act in 2020 allowed BTS to defer enlistment until age 30, acknowledging their role in reshaping the nation's global image. It's a testament to their power that, even in uniform, they command headlines, trends, and emotional waves across continents. And yet, what fans cherish most are not the awards or the numbers. It's the humanity in moments like JIMIN's. That instinctive, unfiltered reaction when confronted with Jungkook's boldness. It's the authenticity that no brand, no management script, no press release can replicate. Social media became a playground of emotions after JIMIN's comments surfaced. Edits flooded in, side-by-side clips of Jungkook's Calvin Klein video and JIMIN's "I almost dropped my phone" reaction. One edit, set to slow-motion piano music, gathered over 7 million views in 24 hours. Another turned it into a full cinematic trailer, with captions like, "The moment Jimin saw it, the world stopped." Calvin Klein itself cheekily joined the conversation by reposting a fan edit on their Instagram story with the caption, "Even Jimin approves eyes." Within minutes, the post accumulated hundreds of thousands of interactions, proving that the brand understood the power of ARMY's online presence. Experts in K-pop marketing note that BTS's unique synergy continues to fuel interest in their individual projects. What makes BTS unstoppable isn't just their talent, says one Seoul-based entertainment analyst. It's their chemistry. Jimin reacting to Jungkook's campaign becomes bigger than any paid advertisement. It's organic, it's real, and fans feel that. Indeed, what began as a brand campaign evolved into a celebration of friendship, one that transcended the boundaries of military service, time zones, and even language. The bond between Jimin and Jungkook has long fascinated fans. Their dynamic has been described as affectionate yet competitive, filled with small gestures of care that fans replay endlessly. A quick hug during rehearsals, a shared glance during award shows, a teasing smile caught off camera. This latest episode only adds another chapter to their unspoken story. As the video continues to circulate, fans can't stop wondering, what will happen when BTS finally reunites in full? Will Jimin confront Jungkook on camera, turning this viral moment into an inside joke for years to come? Or will it remain one of those fleeting, golden snippets, a spontaneous spark that fans hold onto as proof of the magic that keeps BTS alive even in absence? For now, ARMY lives in that space between laughter and longing, replaying Jimin's voice, imagining Jungkook's reaction when he finds out his Hyung nearly dropped his phone, and feeling that unmistakable warmth that comes when 7 brothers, scattered by duty, still manage to make the world laugh together. The irony of it all? Even without releasing a song or appearing on stage, Jimin and Jungkook have once again managed to dominate the global conversation. Their friendship remains the most powerful storyline in modern pop culture, one that requires no script, no choreography, no strategy. Just a single sentence, a sly smile, and a bond strong enough to turn a casual comment into worldwide chaos. And as fans everywhere replay that viral clip, one question lingers, buzzing louder with every replay, every edit, every new reaction video. When Jimin saw Jungkook's Calvin Klein video and said, "I almost dropped my phone," was he just joking, or did he mean it? Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain. BTS doesn't need a comeback to break the internet. They just need each other. The next morning after episode 4 aired, something shifted in the atmosphere online. It was no longer just a trend. It became a collective obsession. Clips from Are You Sure? 2 flooded every corner of social media. X, TikTok, Instagram, Weverse, even news sites that typically reserve their headlines for political crises were now dedicating columns to the undeniable synergy of Jimin and Jungkook. Some called it nostalgia marketing, others called it destiny caught on camera, but fans around the world knew this wasn't acting. It was too natural, too fragile, too human to be manufactured. BY Dawn, hundreds of thousands of fans had begun rewatching episode 4 on loop, particularly the now infamous night train scene. It was past midnight in the show, the cameras had dimmed, The producers had long since packed up their equipment, but Jimin and Jungkook kept talking. The sound of the rails, the faint hum of the wind, the flicker of soft light over their faces, everything felt intimate. Jimin had taken off his mic, but his words were still barely audible through Jungkook's. "It's strange," he whispered, "how I used to think we'd never get back here." Jungkook turned, half smiling, and replied, "You always said that, but I never believed you." That moment, raw, spontaneous, unscripted, carried more weight than any lyric either had ever sung. Fans described it as a confession disguised as conversation. The hashtags that followed, #TheTrainScene and #NeverBelievedYou, exploded globally within an hour. Edits layered with soft background music, slow-motion cuts, and flashbacks from BTS's earliest years began to spread like wildfire. Each video told a different story. Some painted it as brotherhood, others as something more complex, deeper, and undefinable. But what united everyone watching was the same emotion: longing. Longing for the past, for connection, for something as real as the bond between these two men. At the same time, HYB's silence grew louder. No promotional push, no official statements, no behind-the-scenes content to feed the media frenzy. Insiders whispered that the show's release had disrupted a carefully planned BTS reunion timeline, that Jimin and Jungkook's raw honesty on screen had taken even the label by surprise. But was it really unintended? Or was this their quiet rebellion, a chance to show the world their truth before the full group returned to the stage? Jimin, who had been relatively quiet on social media since his discharge, broke his silence with a Weverse post that sent fans into meltdown. It read, "There are some things you can't script. You just feel them." Within minutes, that post became one of the most liked messages in Weverse history. Jungkook replied hours later with a simple emoji, the infinity symbol. Nothing more. But fans didn't need more. That single character became the heartbeat of the fandom for days, tattooed on digital art, embroidered on fan merch, whispered in live chats like a code between believers, and then came the shock point 2 days later. The Seoul Dispatch, known for their notorious celebrity exclusives, published a photo that froze the K-pop world in collective silence. It showed Jimin and Jungkook off-camera, walking together along the Zurich lake, long after filming had supposedly wrapped.
No stylis, no câmeras, no entourage.
Just two silhouettes beneath streetlights, talking quietly, their reflections melting into the water beside them. The article had no sensational headline, no speculation, only the words, "Even after filming ends, some bonds don't." The image broke through fandom barriers. Western publications picked it up, calling it the quietest and most beautiful celebrity photo of the decade. Meanwhile, within Korea, the conversation turned introspective. Entertainment analysts debated how the duo's relationship had evolved from idol partners to something the industry hadn't seen before: transparent authenticity. They weren't selling a fantasy. They were showing a truth too rare for fame. But not everyone was ready for that truth. Some conservative media voices criticized the romanticization of their chemistry, claiming it blurred professional boundaries. Others accused the fandom of reading too deeply into simple friendship. Yet, the more people tried to dissect the moment, the more powerful it became. Because the truth is, Jimin and Jungkook never confirmed or denied anything. They simply existed side by side, letting the world interpret them as it wished. Behind the scenes, however, the industry was watching closely. Insiders began leaking details of How Are You Sure? 2 wasn't originally planned for this year at all. The show had been pitched for late 2026, after BTS's full reunion. But Jimin reportedly insisted on filming earlier, just after both he and Jungkook completed their service. "We've been apart long enough," one source quoted him saying. "Let's show them that we're still here." What no one expected was how personal the project would become. During filming, multiple staff members reportedly witnessed Jimin taking quiet moments between shoots, sometimes standing at the edge of the sea, sometimes scribbling notes in a small black journal. Jungkook, on the other hand, was said to keep the atmosphere light, making the crew laugh, often teasing Jimin to stop overthinking and just live. That contrast, the contemplative Jimin and the unfiltered Jungkook, gave the show its unique rhythm. It wasn't just a travel diary, it was an emotional dialogue. And it's that emotional transparency that has made the series unstoppable. On YouTube, the channel hosting official clips gained more than 5 million new subscribers in 3 weeks. Spotify searches for BTS's older duets surged by 340%. Even TikTok creators from unrelated fandoms began participating in trends inspired by the duo's moments. #AreYouSure became the platform's top romantic edit trend of the month. Then came an unexpected crossover.